Hi everyone, I was recently watching Joe Rogan and I wanted to ask him and his guests if he knew what these lights or spinning things may be. These green lights actually followed us home one night. You see the time is 6:10 and then it's 6:54 when it's above my house. So it's about 40 minutes. So I was wondering if anyone knew what these things might be. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this video is going to be a little bit different because I usually just talk about my chart and things like that, the equation, but I watch a lot of Joe Rogan and he questions a lot of the things that I question. And recently he had this guy on and I have a couple questions because I need somebody to tell me if this is normal or not. I caught this about 2 years ago. I took pictures of this about 2 years ago, and it was around the time I started my chart, which was kind of like, maybe it's coincidental, but let's just go through and see what this guy said. So this is former Navy pilot Ryan Graves on his UFO sightings.
Credentials, what your background is.
Sure. So, my name is Ryan Graves. I have an engineering degree, mechanical and aerospace engineering. I promptly left doing that to go fly F-18s for the Navy as soon as I graduated college. Did that for about a decade, both operationally in combat as well as an instructor role, teaching the new students. And we did witness something while we were flying in our jets, but we were doing it we witnessed it in the context of our just everyday flying in our missions.
And what year was it that you witnessed this?
So we started seeing these in 2014 was the earliest that I know. 2013.
Okay, so I saw mine. The date was, I think one of the dates were December 28th, 2020. The other one was, I think, October 2nd, 2020.
Late 2013, early 2014.
And could you describe what was the very first experience?
Yeah, so for me personally, the experience was simply just flying out to the area like I would any other day. And instead of seeing an empty airspace with just my wing person or another squadron doing something in a different block, there were all of a sudden a lot of different radar contacts, which is immediately a problem because, we could be hitting one of those or someone working in our area. And this was happening because we upgraded our radar the best we could tell. We were in a earlier radar called the APG-73.
Okay, so he's saying that he had radar. That's how they saw theirs, but I'm gonna show you some pictures and you guys tell me what you think. It felt like these green lights kind of followed us all the way home. Anyways. Okay, so these are the green lights I'm talking about. There was 1, 2, 3, okay? Okay, there's one here in this picture, and then the green light here. Let me just make sure that and then the green light here. So I actually took a video of this first before I guess I kind of lost sight of it. It happened so long ago, I forget. It was about 2 years ago, as you could see. And then I started taking pictures of it because it kind of like got out of my field of view. And yeah, this is just right outside my house. We live on about 7 acres, so it wasn't too close, but I saw it, so here it is. Because this happened a few times. No, they're not the same date. Okay, so this one is December 28th, 2020. This one is October 2nd, 2020. So I took these pictures because, I don't know, maybe it was a feeling to tell me to look that way. I don't know what it was. I just saw it and I'm like, oh no, I'm taking a picture. But this is the one that kind of like got me because I'm like, what is this? This is my house. And I took a picture of this. I know it looks like it's coming from the light, but it's not. That's all the way up in the sky. Okay, so I think I showed you guys this one, but then here it is. So, okay, we're driving home that day from a Christmas thing that we went to. It was a light show. Yeah, it was a light show. And we see these things like following us. Mind you, I am seeing stuff in the sky and I'm like, you can hardly see it, but I'm like, it's borderline a feeling, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain it, but something told me to take out my phone. So when I look back at the times, this is actually the one I took first. And it was funny because I was so upset it was on live. I wanted a still shot of it. But now looking back, I'm happy it was on live because you can actually see it moving, so. That's when I took the one with the three slashes. And okay, so it looks like this, but I just want to show you guys that it doesn't look like, it looks like a still shot on camera, but my phone was actually on live when it was happening. Okay, so this is my house. I literally took 2 seconds to click the picture and it went from here to here. It was just so brief that I was like, click, 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 click. And I got a whole bunch of pictures. And I don't know if you guys realize, but there's a reflection right here in the sky. So I was like, what is that? Like I don't know. And up until now, I have been like just sitting on it because I'm like, people are going to think this, people are going to think that. And I'm starting to realize you can't really care what people think. Okay, let me let him continue.
And we upgraded to the APG-79, which was a much better radar.
And what is the difference in the capabilities of the upgraded radar system versus the original system?
Mm-hmm. So, kind of practically speaking, it's like going from an analog TV essentially to like an OLED. It's, a digital modern tool compared to more of like an analog classical radar that has more limited range and has less ability to track multiple targets and things of that nature. So just generally speaking, we would expect to see, more objects if there were any out there, or smaller objects, but there shouldn't have been any objects out there.
And so how far offshore are you when this is all going down?
Yes.
Sorry guys, a commercial came up.
And miles off the coast. Then it goes out, 100 or 250 miles or so, though we don't usually use those far eastern areas. But we would only see them over the water. So they would really only be in our working areas, maybe slightly, in between the working area and the land, but never over the land. Sometimes over the bays that are in the area that are quite large, but never just kind of zooming west over land or anything like that.
So here's another pilot. His name is Mark Smith, and he used to be a fighter pilot.
So I will tell you this. The first time I fought on the range against the F-22 Raptor, and I fought against everything in the world. So out at Nellis with the aggressors, everybody comes there to train, to get prepared for combat. There's no better plane in the world than the F-22. When that thing passed me and some of the stuff that I saw it could do, I go, there's no better plane in the world. So as far as air superiority, F-22 is at the top of the food chain.
What is the difference? It's
F-22 is primarily air superiority, so like air-to-air dogfighting, long-range, short-range missiles. F-35 is, command and control platform. It still has weapons on it, can drop bombs, shoot missiles, etc. But the role is a little bit different. So yeah, that's F-22. You go to an air show and see that thing, you're like, is that a plane or a helicopter with some of the stuff that it does? But fighting against that, as a fighter pilot, your average fighter pilot is the cockiest person that you will ever meet in the world.
just like Top Gun, like the movie. That's all real.
We're better than everybody. That's our philosophy. But it's
You
very
kind of have to
humbling.
have that philosophy,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, look at that.
Look at that. That's insane. Oh my God, that's insane. It just shoots straight up in the sky.
Yep.
Oh my God. I mean, it doesn't even look like a real plane.
That is a mean machine right there.
So my point is, if that's the fastest machine out there, what is this? Because it's hopping. It doesn't look like anything I've seen before. So you guys kind of get the point. And there's a whole bunch on Gaia too, by the way. I think it's like Gaia has like UFO's best secrets or best kept secrets, and there's been all these like really, really credible people who are like, yeah, they exist. We were in a car and we were moving. These things were so fast. I need somebody to tell me what this is. So yeah, that would be nice. I know some people will say, that's a dot or whatever. I saw these things and it looked like it was following me home. And I know I'm a forensic psych nurse. I know how I sound. If somebody smarter could tell me what that is, that'll be really helpful. What this is, it would be helpful. Thank you guys for watching. And yeah, if you have any idea of what this is, please let me know. Bye.